The idea that we live in a simulation has captivated minds for decades. However, the truth is far more profound. It is a unified fabric made up entirely of the smallest unit of measure, information. It is a conscious web with innumerable vantages, one but not limited to the human experience. As an interconnected field, the universe is both the smallest and largest body, making up the whole. All other concepts like light or speed are perceptive units of measure, derived of one or multiple additional variables like observation, for example. We do not inhabit a digital construct, but rather an organic light-to-sound holographic reality shaped by our limited perception. It is not all that exists, nor the only way the universe can be experienced, just simply the human experience. Our senses, primarily sight and sound, act as filters, constructing a holographic representation of the world around us. Imagine a complex interplay of light and sound waves, interacting with objects and being processed by our eyes and ears. This sensory data is then interpreted by our brains, creating the illusion of a solid three-dimensional world. Yet, this perceived reality is just a sliver of a much grander picture. Just as a hologram contains all the information of the whole within each part, so too does our universe hold within it a deeper, more fundamental level of existence. To understand this, we must move beyond the limitations of our senses and explore the very fabric of reality itself. Imagine a canvas, invisible yet ever present, upon which the tapestry of reality is woven. This aspect of all things can never be isolated, as all things are a variation of this info-ether material, expressed on a spectrum, first and intrinsically. It serves as the fabric by which all measured information like light or sound travel. This canvas is the ether material, a unified field of energy and information that permeates all things. It is the fundamental substance from which all matter and energy arise, a cosmic soup of potentiality. What is being mislabeled a simulation is the reactive response this info-ether has relative to our sensory abilities and the understanding we are all having slightly different though very similar unique experiences. And this is because we are all using very similar sensory tools. But ask a bumblebee how it flies and it will just say it didn't know it couldn't. These unique experiences are largely similar but filtered by disposition, epigenetics, social constructs, and most importantly, the most fundamental element for existence, belief. No thought is stronger than when it is held and dictates actions as a belief. Within this ether material, all things exist simultaneously, not separated by space and time as our senses perceive. Think of a vast ocean, its surface rippling with waves of different sizes and rates of exchange. Each wave, though appearing separate, is ultimately part of the same interconnected body of water. Similarly, every object, every atom, every thought exists within this unified field, interconnected and interdependent. This ether material is not a static backdrop, but a dynamic and ever-changing medium. It is alive with resonance, with every particle, every thought, every action creating ripples that spread throughout the entire universe. To grasp the true nature of reality, we must tune into these subtle variations, to the symphony of existence playing out within the ether material. Within the unified field of the ether material, everything exists in the present moment. There is no past or future, only an eternal now. However, our perception of time arises from the different rates at which things resonate within this field. A different rate of resonance for every where and when being perceived by different senses from different conscious points. Imagine a spinning top, its form becoming more defined the faster it spins, or a fan blade becoming seemingly invisible the quicker it rotates. Similar principles govern the state of this ether material, also always present and influential. Could this explain dark matter and space? Previously believed to be consequential though empty space, perhaps it's an imperceived aspect of a unified celestial tapestry. Similarly, everything in the universe, from atoms to galaxies, possesses a unique resonate signature, a rate of spin or exchange that determines its state of being. This spin rate is not fixed, but can be influenced by a variety of factors, including energy, intention, and even belief. Just as a singer can shatter a glass by matching its resonant frequency, so too can our thoughts and actions influence the resonate state of ourselves and the world around us. This is the power of resonance. When two or more things resonate at similar signatures, they come into harmony, influencing and amplifying each other's energy. This principle applies not only to physical objects, but also to thoughts, emotions, and even entire realities. The universe is not a vast expanse of empty space dotted with stars and galaxies. Instead, picture it as a single infinitesimal point, a dot of infinite potential. Within this dot, all things exist simultaneously, interconnected and interwoven within the fabric of the ether material. There is no need for traversing, for everything is already here, present in this very moment. Just as quantum entanglement allows particles to communicate instantaneously regardless of distance, so too are our thoughts connected to everything in the universe. And so too are those particles to the information ether. It is not the distance between the particles dictating the rate of action, it is the distance from each particle to ether, which is none ergo the simultaneity of the phenomena. Our minds are not isolated entities, but rather extensions of the cosmic consciousness, capable of influencing and being influenced by the very fabric of reality. Every thought, every emotion, every belief sends ripples through this interconnected web, shaping our individual experiences and the collective reality we share. What other creations and beings exist in the signatures we do not resonate with? What whole other civilizations exist right here, somewhere else, with entirely different beings, with different senses, experiencing reality? Perhaps it's not an infinite number of my own reality, but innumerable potential other realities altogether. Perhaps advanced craft travel by simply matching their resonance to our when-where resonance, and back instantaneously, the way a tuning fork can cause a visible movement when in resonance with a samely tuned fork. We could wonder if what powers and moves this universe are resonant areas trying to connect with similar and repelling different areas of resonance. Therefore, the key to understanding the universe lies not in exploring the vast distances of outer space, but in delving into the infinite depths within. For within each of us resides the potential to tap into the unified field, to harmonize our resonance with the cosmic symphony, and to manifest the reality we choose to experience. For more on this, click link in bio.